Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We have traveled now from pretty much the furthest east you can in Indonesia, which is Bali, to pretty much as far as you can go west on the island to Jakarta, the capital city. What can I say about Jakarta? Originally it was a Dutch colony. They got their independence back in, I think it was like 1945, right after the Second World War. Its city population is about 11 million people, and the metropolitan population area is closer to 32 million. It makes it actually the second most urbanized land space in the world. Obviously number one being Tokyo in Japan. And it is warm today. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Very friendly people here. Now, my start here in Indonesia has not been very easy. I got here actually about 6 days ago, and I have not been able to film anything. Now, usually at this point, I would have finished at least one video and be moving on to making my second video. But yeah, this is just the beginning of the first one. And the reason for that is ever since I've gotten here, it has been nothing but thunder and lightning storms and rain on and off throughout the days. Every time I sort of saw a window of opportunity to get out and maybe film, by the time I would get all my stuff together and get down to the lobby of the hotel, it would just start pouring again. And so I am very, very far behind schedule here. Yeah, so we're getting out now. I'm not sure how long the weather is going to last. It could only last a few hours, but I'm going to try and get as much as I can done today and try and get enough content to make this video. I was going to start today out actually at the National Museum of Indonesia, but I can't even do that because last September there was a fire in one of the wings in the museum, and it's been shut down ever since. They don't expect it to be open again until the fall of 2024, so I'm not going to be here for that. So we're going to head to our first destination today and show you that, which is probably one of the biggest and most recognizable landmarks here in Indonesia, and that is the National Monument. So yeah, let's go. Well, we've made it about half an hour across town now to the National Monument, and for just this minute, the weather seems to be holding off. The clouds are slowly rolling in, and I did feel a few spits of rain here and there. I'm hoping it just stays away for long enough for me to get some content. Yeah, as I said, trying to make 3 videos here in Jakarta, and I'm going to be really happy if I'm actually able to even just make one at this point. But anyways, we've made it to the National Monument. The National Monument is a massive structure right in the heart of downtown Jakarta. It sits in an 80-hectare park-like space, and it is big. It is 433 feet tall, and at the very top it has a bowl holding a flame. Now that bowl weighs about 14.5 tons, and the flame at the top is actually bronze, and it's 14.5 meters tall roughly, and it's coated completely in gold. And the flame represents the raging struggle of the Indonesian people over the years, which is kind of cool. The base of the structure that everything's built upon actually houses a museum. So we're going to go over there and try and check it out. It does look very, very busy here today, so I'm not sure if the lineup is going to be conducive for me to go in there and check it out, but we'll go see. And around this entire sort of 80-hectare park is just filled with government buildings, museums, the palaces around it, and a couple other places that we're going to go check out right after if hopefully this weather holds out. So yeah, let's go check out the National Mall. That was our little wander around the National Monument. Pretty interesting place. The base has got a little museum in it with a bunch of dioramas that are kind of cool. But if I'm being honest, the majority of what the base is being used for is cooling off. The vast majority of people are down there laying out, sitting down. When I left, the floor space was completely full of people because it's got a little bit of air conditioning in there and some fans blowing the air around. So it seems to sort of be the escape for people from this heat and this humidity that is pretty severe right now. Is it worth checking out? Yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty cool. You can go up to the top. I didn't because the tickets were sold out for that. But one word of caution, now I could be wrong on this, but definitely check it out. I didn't see any sort of wheelchair accessibility or anything like that. So if you are coming here with some sort of mobility issues, you might want to call ahead of time and just sort of verify what is possible and what isn't, because I didn't see anything that would be conducive to wheelchairs and stuff like that. So definitely give them a call if you are planning on coming here and you're in that situation. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to head straight over to our next destination and try and get at least one more place in today before this weather turns, which even though it may not look like it, it is still really quite cloudy up there, and it is supposed to start raining again fairly soon. So I'm going to keep moving. So let's go. Made it just a few blocks here across from the monument over to Jakarta Cathedral. Now, the original cathedral that sat on this grounds was built in, I think it was 1829, but it was completely destroyed and collapsed in 1890. This cathedral was built in 1901, and it's dedicated to the Virgin Mary. But what makes this cathedral unique is the way it was constructed. Now, on the surface it may look like it's built out of stone, but it isn't. The roof beams inside are actually made out of teak, and the exterior walls are made out of steel structure, internal structure, and big red giant bricks. They then plastered those bricks and made them look like stone. All of this being done to sort of try and earthquake-proof the cathedral for years and years ahead. And from my initial impressions, it looks like it's upholding really well. It looks really good. In 2021, one of the cool things that I like about this place is there was actually a tunnel built between here and the mosque that's located across the street. It's called the Tunnel of Friendship, which is a testament to kind of the Indonesians' tolerance of different religions and belief systems and mutual respect, which is really lovely and we could use more of in this world today. But now we're gonna head on inside and go check out this cathedral. Let's go. was our little walk around the Jakarta Cathedral, a beautiful little cathedral, and if you are in the area, I definitely recommend coming by, taking a quick look at it. There is also a museum here, but that is unfortunately closed, as is really the main reason I came to this part of town, which is right across the street, and that is the mosque over there. It's the 9th largest mosque in the world. It's the largest in Southeast Asia, and up to 120,000 people can pray there at one time. And the coolest part for me is that it was actually designed from an architectural standpoint from a Christian guy, which is very, very cool. Again, sort of that harmony between religions here in Indonesia, which is very nice. But yeah, I can't show you that place. And there was another place that we were going to go to, which is the National Art Gallery. And I can't show you that either. And the reason I can't go take you guys into those places is, well, kind of my own fault. And, well, my own ignorance, I guess. But I'm not going to stand out here in this very, very hot and humid day and explain it to you. So let's head back to the hotel where there's some air conditioning, and I'll explain how I've pretty much screwed my entire Jakarta trip up. Well, we've made it back to the hotel, and if you do hear some rumblings in the background while I'm talking here, that would be the thunder and lightning that started pretty much the moment I walked in the hotel lobby. So timing was exceptionally good on that one. My Jakarta trip, how do I sum this up? You know, on the one hand, on a personal level, I've actually enjoyed my time here. You know, the city itself is really kind of cool. Definitely not really what I expected. You know, it's a very eclectic architecturally. You've got some neighborhoods that are a little bit more run down and sort of old school. You've got other neighborhoods where you've got beautiful old buildings that have been restored. You've got beautiful neighborhoods with incredible residential architecture. And then, of course, you know, right up into the 21st century with massive glass skyscrapers and, you know, more sort of skyscrapers being built, obviously, by the day. So, yeah, it's actually a pretty cool place. As I say, on a personal level, I've enjoyed my time here. On a content creation level, it has been an unmitigated disaster, and probably one of my worst destinations thus far. You know, for one reason, which is kind of minor, and I've mentioned it several times, and including right now, has been the weather. It has been extremely unpredictable. The rain, the thunder and lightning has been most days, and then if you do have a clear day, you know, you can't tell whether that's going to be a half hour or an hour or two, or, you know, of clear skies before it just opens up again. So making any sort of plans outside is very, very difficult to do. But that's minor. The big screw up, it falls squarely on my shoulders. And quite honestly, my own ignorance. When I booked to travel here and doing my research for the city here, you know, I stumbled across a fact that, you know, there was a national holiday when I came here, and from everything I kind of read immediately, it was just sort of very similar to a national holiday in Western Europe or Europe or North America. It's a couple of days. When I got here, I found out a little bit more about the holiday. First and foremost, it's the celebration of the completion of Ramadan, which is an entire month of fasting from dawn until dusk. And it's a time for for the Muslims to sort of reconnect with their family, their friends, their communities, and build stronger bonds, and which is amazing. What a great holiday to have. What I didn't realize until I got here, until I talked to a few people, is that even though the national holiday is officially only a couple of days, the vast majority of businesses, museums, art galleries, and the likes actually shut down for closer to 2 weeks. And my timing couldn't have been any better. I literally got here, you know, after 2 days. This holiday started, and it ran throughout the entire duration of my time here. So I would make plans to go out to places. I'd check the websites, and basically the websites would say that they're running their regular kind of hours with no acknowledgement of any time differences or opening day differences. And I would go there and then find out that no, it's actually closed for the holiday, which would make me then hop in a cab and race over to another place and then find out that that place is also closed for the holidays. And then the skies would open up and I would run back to the hotel, and that would kind of be an entire day gone. And I've been here for 12 days, and pretty much that's been my entire experience, other than the one day that I was able to get out and go to the monument and the Catholic Church. Actually, I was trying to get to the mosque that day as well and couldn't do it. So yeah, it's been, yeah, from a content creation standpoint, it's been an unmitigated disaster. I was hoping to make about 3 videos while I was here. I'd researched enough locations and places and kind of planned it out that I could have made 3 videos. But yeah, I'm lucky that I got this one made. So yeah, but I guess you live and learn. You make mistakes. How this is going to affect my upload schedule moving forward, I don't know. But you know, I can't sort of cry over spilt milk. These things happen, and I just got to go with it. So we're going to be leaving Jakarta now and heading off to a new place in a new country, new city in the next video. I apologize that I didn't get to go out and show you guys more of Jakarta. I'm sure I will definitely be back here at some point, because there's still some places that I really do want to see here. But for now, got to move on. No rest for the wicked. Like I say every time, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It does make a big difference. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Do you miss me at all?